Recently, my friends at Close to My Heart sent me their gorgeous new Holiday Expressions idea book. And in it, they have the Craft with Heart kits. Now, you can see all the details here if you hook up with a demonstrator and get your own catalog, but I'm also going to show you the Close to My Heart website at the end of this video, and I'll have a link to all of the details in the video notes. So let's take a look at the Craft with Heart kit for September. So this is what you'll see when you open your kit. The Cut Above Layout Kit. It has instructions for one double page spread on the front and another double page spread on the back. And this is on just a piece of regular paper so you can make notes like I have down here. You can do some planning, choose which photos you want to use, what additional elements you want to add to it. It's kind of perfect to have that handy. Now in here you can see some place card holders or photo holders, I should say, that have the photo size on them. So if you want to put the layout together but you're not quite ready to print out your photos yet, you can always add those on with removable adhesive. They also have these awesome photo mats already cut and ready to go for you. So that's an awesome time saver for sure. I'm going to put those aside because those are for the other layout that you can create with this kit. And today I'm going to be creating this beautiful teal and yellow and peachy pink layout. So you can also see here that you get a sheet of stickers and a sheet of die cuts included in the kit, and they clearly show you which layouts are for which die cuts and stickers. Okay, so here are the papers. And you can see here that it already has the yellow banner already printed on the paper back, as well as your journaling area, which is really handy. So that's already done for you. Here are the papers for the other layout, not the one I'm creating today, and you also get 3 12 by 12 page protectors. So very handy to get those as well. And those are ready to go right into your album. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do to start my layout is to look at the instructions. And the instructions say to gather your two base pages, die cuts and stickers, and then attach photos or photo placeholders, and then attach your peach die cuts first, then attach smoothie borders against photos. So the first step I'm going to do is to punch out all of these die cuts here. They punch out very easily just with two hands. Just make sure you apply even pressure there so you don't tear them. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Okay, so now that I have all of my die cuts cut out and my layout right in front of me with all the instructions on it, I'm going to start placing my photos on the layout. Now I have a 4 by 6 inch vertical just like in the instructions and a 4 by 6 inch horizontal for this first page. So this is the easy part, just looking at the instruction sheet and seeing where things need to be placed here. Pretty simple. You can see here that I've already printed my photos with a white edge. I usually do that, or I back them with some cardstock. So I'm just getting this all set up here. Now the instructions say to use 3D foam tape for dimension if desired, and I definitely always do that anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that on this layout. My instruction sheet keeps falling. I love the little scalloped edge at the bottom of the photo. It just makes it much cuter. So these photos are from a wedding, my husband's cousin's wedding that we went to last summer. And I thought the colors in the photos went perfectly with the colors in this kit, especially because my hat matches the coral color absolutely perfectly. And that's just pretty awesome when that happens. The photo at the top right is of our entire family at the wedding, so that's a pretty special photo. And the wedding reception was held in this massive teepee, and that's what you can see in the background there. I'm just going to put the instruction sheet over to the side because it keeps falling off. Okay, so I have my smoothie borders on. Love those. They really draw your eye to those photos. Okay, so now that I have my photos on my first page, I'm going to go ahead and place my photos on my second page. Now you can see there that if you wanted to, you could flip that. It's just totally up to you. You can make it whatever you want, but I'm going to kind of stick to the general design. The only difference is I only had horizontal photos and no more vertical photos. So I'm making it work. I'm placing the photos in the same placement. They're just horizontal instead of vertical. So at the bottom is all of the women in my husband's family all together in one photo, and the top is my daughter playing with our Uncle Charles. So I'm doing the same thing here and putting the smoothie borders on. Now because this is a horizontal and not a vertical, that placement for the pink tab is a little bit different. Now you can see here that I really wanted to add this fifth photo, and it's a photo of my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and it's just a really lovely photo, and I thought it would look great on here. So all that I did was grab the scalloped smoothie border from the photo on the right side of the spread, and I'm going to use that underneath the photo of my mother and father-in-law. And it's not going to look like anything is missing at all. Because the photo on the right already has the yellow banner under it, it already has one smoothie border at the bottom and a shape at the top. It doesn't look like it's missing anything. So I'm just going to add that photo on here with some more dimensional adhesive. The most important thing is that I line up my photos at the base from the left to the right. I don't want them to be staggered. I want them to be on one single line. Okay, so now I have 5 photos. So that's a little bit different than the kit intended, but it still totally works. So remember, when you're working with this kit, you can totally make it work for you based on the number of photos you have, the size of photos you have. Just switch it up a little bit. Don't be afraid to do that. Okay, so I'm getting this 4" by 4" photo on up here. Now again, this was supposed to be a vertical 4" by 6", but I didn't have any vertical photos, so I made it a square 4" by 4". Okay, and because I want these photos to be straight all the way across the spread, I'm taking out my ruler to really make sure that I get it right. Okay, then I'm just going to adhere my smoothie borders on this last photo and start embellishing. Okay, so I'm back to the left side of the layout. And first I need to grab the Together sticker. Now you can see in the middle of my 2 horizontal photos that I did tear a piece of the paper when I was moving the top photo up a bit. And whenever this happens to me, I always think this is an opportunity for me to think outside the box. I never stress about it because that just means that I'm going to have to cover it up with something and it's going to make the layout fabulous. So what I'm doing here is covering up that little tiny tear with the Together title. This is in 2 different pieces, which makes it a little bit tricky. It's very sticky, this sticker. So just so you know, once you get it down, this baby is down. One thing that you can do if you're not very confident with placement of stickers is you can first put it at the very edge of a clear ruler and then get it placed that way, push the top of the stickers down, and then peel it off the bottom of the ruler. Or you could use baby powder to actually unsticky the back side of the sticker first, get it where you want it, and then use your own tape runner. So a couple of different options there. I'm just going for it, just putting it down. It's actually worked out pretty well. My photo is on stuck on with dimensional adhesive, but it's not very high at all. So I'm just letting the bottom of that G go over the top of the photo. And the H as well. So if my third photo on this side of the layout wasn't there, I would just have the word together with nothing underneath of it, but we're switching things up just a little bit here. Okay, and then we have a few stickers on this side. I really love these. I think they're gray little pieces of tape. That's what they're meant to look like, but they're really cute. And we have one up there, and then there's another one for the other side. I also have some butterflies here. And a heart. And then the ones that are meant to go down at the bottom, I'm just going to wait for those just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do what's supposed to be on the right side. So we have another few butterflies here. I love that big one. It's really pretty. I think I'm going to place that somewhere different though. I think right up there. Now remember, this in the instructions is a vertical photo, and I didn't have a vertical photo, so that's why I'm kind of switching things up just a little bit here. I'm going to put another butterfly up there so you can see kind of creates a diagonal line of embellishment from one photo up to the top photo. Okay. So now that I have those stickers in place, I have the journaling here that I can add. Oh, I forgot about this, this big butterfly die cut over here. I'm going to attach that with dimensional adhesive just so that stands out a bit on the page. And I'm going to use that last butterfly sticker up there above the word together, and a little heart on the right. So this is how your layout would look if you left it exactly as the instructions showed you and using only what you received in the kit, which is a perfectly lovely layout. You can see here you just have to add your journaling and it's perfect. There are photos, there's embellishment, and there's words. But I'm going to step it up a bit. So this September kit matches the boutique collection perfectly, and here I have the boutique compliments. It's a series of stickers and die cuts that you can use on your layouts or cards. I also have this awesome Living My Best Life stamp. It's a clear stamp set, the boutique puffy stickers, some mink twine, and pretty pearls. And I'm going to show you how to add these to your page. Okay, so I'm pulling out the Living My Best Life stamp. There's a lot of simple sayings on here that work perfectly for day-to-day layouts or pocket pages, whatever you're creating. And I'm using the word loving here because I want my title to be Loving Together. This is about a family wedding, and you know, I just thought it would be a nice addition to the word together. So I always double check that everything's stamping fine on a piece of scrap paper first. I'm using the pewter ink pad from Close to My Heart. I really love these ink pads. They're really fantastic. They have magnetic closing lids, which is really cool, and they stamp really well too. So I'm just looking at a few different places here that I think I could add some stamping, because if you don't follow me here, you should, because I stamp all the time on layouts. If you're a stamper, um, I started out with card making, and so it was my first um, kind of medium. And now that I'm a scrapbooker most of the time, I do a lot of stamping on my scrapbook layouts as well. So over here, I am going to stamp thankful, and I'm going to do it twice without re-inking so that there's a little shadow above. It's very, very faint, but still looks nice. That stamp set has a really great font. Okay, up here on my journaling card, I'm going to stamp the word highlights. So I always use a gum eraser on my clear stamps to get any of the oils off of the stamp, and I find that they stamp really well. Usually if I've used a stamp time and time again, I won't do that, but for new stamps, I always find that it helps. I love what that adds to the journaling area there. Okay, I'm going to look and see if I can find a die cut to put down here next to my photo, and maybe I can stamp on that. So this pretty frame looks perfect for adding my date. And it fits perfectly too. There we go. And I'm just going to grab the two little dots, and instead of putting them to the right, because I have the date word centered, I'm going to put them below. So something a little different there. And that's going to go right there to the right side of my photo. So I think that's my stamping done. Next, I'm grabbing this really nice mink twine, because I want a different kind of texture on my page, and twine is such a great thing to add. Now, I've already got my photo down with dimensional adhesive, and I cannot get the twine to thread behind my photo. So I'm just going to pick it up ever so gently here without tearing or harming anything. And thread it through. I'm going to wrap this twine around my photo 2 times and then tie it in a bow on the right side. Sorry, the left side. This is a really cute way just to add another detail to your page. And since I don't have some kind of tag or anything to put some ribbon or twine through, this is a great alternative. Just wrap it around a photo. I'm going to do the same thing up here on the photo at the top right, just to kind of balance that across the spread. Also included in the compliments are these awesome border stickers. And I just want to add a couple of stickers just for some added interest. So I did the yellow and white striped border down there. And to balance that again, I like to keep things balanced across my double page spreads, I'm going to add one at the top right here, a pink one with hearts. So I'm just going to snip that off right there, put it back on this sheet so that I can use it on another layout. And I love these little leaves here, and I think that that would be some great added interest to that photo. Yes, at the bottom, just underneath my date frame. Okay, now I'm grabbing these adorable boutique puffy stickers. I love these. I just want to add one or two around my embellishment groupings here. So I'm doing the arrow and the dot on the right side. And another couple of dots over here. And now I'm grabbing these pretty white pearls. So I like to do things in threes usually. So the embellishment grouping at the top already has 3 pearls, so I'll leave that one. I'm going to put one down here by the leaves. I'm going to take off the arrow and add a pearl up there. Okay, so I've added my journaling, and now I realize that I still had one of those pink border strips, the smoothie borders, and I wanted to use it, but I didn't have anywhere on my photos to add it, so I thought the perfect way to connect the left page from the right page would be to have an element that spanned the 2 pages, and this smoothie border is perfect for doing that. So it just runs from the top underneath my photo all the way over to the right page just below my journaling, and I'm going to cover it with the Collect Moments Not Things die cut there. And from that die cut I'm going to do a few banners. So this black and white one I've just cut in half, and I'm going to put the other half back on the sticker sheet so that I can use that again. I'm going to bump this die cut up with dimensional adhesive. Just going to have a look at this here. I'm going to grab the border stickers again because I want a different color in there, and I'm going to do yellow. And to cut my own kind of banner end, I just do a little snip in the center and then a snip from either corner to the center, and that makes my own banner end. And I've just stuck that in there too. And I'm going to take that little puppy sticker, the little arrow one that I took off before, and stick that right in there to kind of draw your eye to that saying, because it's kind of the perfect saying for this layout. And add one more pearl there. I really love this page. I love how easily it came together by using the kit contents as is. And then I just added my own finishing touches. So by adding stamps, I created a longer title than what was included in the kit. I also added those awesome complements, the die cuts and stickers, to embellish the page a bit further, and that twine added a bit more texture. This was my favorite addition to the layout, was the Collect Moments Not Things die cut, and I love how this banner carried your eye from the left to the right side of the spread. This wedding was the perfect thing to document with this kit. The colors just go together so well. It's a bright and happy and beautiful layout, and I really love it. By clicking the link on my video notes, you'll be able to see all of the details about the Craft the Heart kit. You'll get to see the next 4 kits, which is awesome, and you'll get to see the options for subscribing as well as frequently asked questions. So be sure to check all of that out over at the Close to My Heart website. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe if you're new here, and happy creating!